with the C2 fleet today and the C3 Learn to Race fleet. These will be the youngest kids. There's nothing better for developing ability to race and character and everything. All the patience, all the time spent out here on the water builds a lot of character. So C2 fleet is just above C3. C3 is the Learn to Race fleet. Most of these kids are 8 to 10 years old. And we've got a lot of kids out here. Riley and Quinn, those are cousins right there. Riley needs a little more main sheet. Quinn right there, sit forward a little. 9433 is Caroline Case on it. No, wrong. Oh, Nettie in her new boat, 8959. So she sailed an older boat for quite a long time. Once she got to C2, they got her a little faster boat. Really well rigged. Look at that. That is just perfect. She's probably 55 pounds. Here's 8 and 9342 healing a little too much. Started a little later in the sport. He's going too high. See how he's not got enough speed? There's Liam's 970. He could trim a little harder. Very good. So C2 fleet doing a windward, blueward. Hopefully it's once around. I don't know. Hopefully it's twice around. Who knows? Nice tack. Yeah, Declan 9162. Declan's been sailing at like a B level in the last. Yeah, 9162. That was a good tack. Declan did the Orange Bowl in Optimist days. Oh God, look how big the C3 fleet is. So this is what's called Luff Regatta number 1. We have 3 of them. They're development regattas mostly. Really good low pressure practice for advanced sailors. I really recommend advanced sailors come out and race these Luffins because sailing with pressure all the times makes you sail down to average a lot of times. If you sail a little bit more free with less worry and less pressure, you have the chance to kind of excel and then really reach the top. Again, it's a balance. But if you're feeling a ton of pressure, sailing small events gives you a chance to practice that, releasing that pressure off yourself, giving yourself permission to maybe try some new things. A lot of times kids get in tournament regattas, the big ones, and they're very afraid to do anything new. And that stifles learning. So these guys this is the Learn to Race fleet, everybody. That guy's not 8 years old yet. But being on port tack at 15 seconds is not the smartest. Here's Tatum. Here's Felix. 9099 is Merrick. Okay, so we have to make sure, kids, at this level, we want to be teaching kids to be on starboard. You don't have to be on starboard, but being on port is not the way to be. That's all right. Learn to Race fleet. A lot of these kids are 8, 9-year-olds. It's a great sport, learning how to steer a boat that has about 13 inches of wood in the water. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th is 109. Merrick got 9. Merrick got 3rd or 4th. Here comes Felix. He's gonna get 6 or 7. Oh boy. Nice tack, dude. 6231. That's not. Oh, Kevin. Yes, dude. It's got a really new North T5 sail. That's the flat model. To be honest, we'd go with the T4 for a lot of these 60-pounders, but it's just too much information. But yeah, the T4 is even flatter than the T5. T4 is like 60 pounds, 65 pounds and under. Here comes Tatum, 9559. Cool. Okay, that was the end of race 1. Luffin number 1 of the year for 2026. I'm trying to figure out who's who here. Is that Quinn? I think that's Quinn. This is the C2 fleet again. You can see the C3 fleet's pretty rough, and that's just because we start them out in a Learn to Race fleet when they can go upwind. As soon as they can go upwind on command, we can say on the wind and they can do it. Then they can start racing, and these are very difficult boats to sail. They are a weather helm monster. You let go of the tiller and the boat taps. They're not well designed. And so there's two theories. Have an easy boat to learn in, and and get comfortable really quick and then struggle when boats get hard, or sail a hard boat right away and get good at the hard boat, and then everything else is easier. Because these are about as hard a boat as you can sail. Nice tack riding rounds. Second place is Riley. Third place is Cyrus. Fourth place is Quinn. Fifth place is Liam. Sixth place is Aiden. Aiden is cheering for us. Aiden is a kid who waits all week to come sailing on Fridays and Saturdays. That's what pretty much all he thinks about. Happy place. Declan coming around. And Nettie, 8959, sailing her fast boat. I think she's experienced a little culture shock. When you get in a fast Sabot, it's dramatically more swirly. And a lot of coaches that didn't sail Sabots have no idea what that means. When a Sabot is swirly, man, it scares an 8, 9, 10-year-old, let me tell you. This is 8 knots of wind, and that boat, fast racing boats feel like 12 knots. As soon as look at that guy. As soon as you get 8 knots, see how tippy they get? There's not even white caps, and they're already like, whoa. That's why they're a good boat. Because you learn how to sail a boat when it's windy. If you get through that process, a lot of kids, they just get so scared they give up on it. You can't blame them. There's two types of Sabot sailors when we're learning. Those who are scared and those who aren't telling the truth. And again, is that the best thing for developing kids? Very debatable. Racing next, back. C3s are all over the place here. 9047 got one reef in. We reef these sails pretty quickly for little kids. 10022 is Felix. I taught Felix how to feather yesterday. And there's Ketsia, 8140 winning. Once it gets windy, she's just really good. Look at Felix. He's just gone. Look at him go. That is just remarkable. Okay, C3 fleet. We're allowed to coach those getting stuck. If they're really getting stuck a lot, we're allowed to coach the C3s up to the pack a little bit. This is Quinn. Look at her hike. She's the best hiker in the C2 fleet. Yes. I think she's winning the C2 race easily. Yes. Yeah, look at that. Oh, this is the C2s over here. Looks like Declan's come back. Declan bounced back because she was in third in the first race. She ended up fifth. She was a little bummed at herself. Downwind, she got her wind blocked and didn't know it. But that time she must have had a good downwind. And then 9162, I think, is in third or fourth in the C2s. And I think Quinn is winning by 100 miles. Yeah. Money shot. It is a good boat to get good in. This is how you get good, because it's, look at that name of that boat. Yeah, baby. She might be second. Declan 9162 might almost have her. This is good. Two's going downwind first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Declan 6, 9162. Okay, her bang looks way better. A little more bang, but it looks better. Okay. Her bang's too loose. She needs more bang. Taco. Oh, tacos! C3s learn to race. Here's Felix, 10022. We have what are called La Playa days. And La Playa days are when it's blowing about almost twice this hard, and we're out here crying. Because it's such a hard boat to sail. We have a saying, we've all cried in Sabot. And I know that sounds funny, but through that perseverance of getting through those moments, we got really good in other boats when we went to another country or another city where they have real weather. Wow, Felix is just so amazing. Here's Merritt, 9009. I'm sailing his boat. Kind of the third time he sailed his new boat. Really good for kids to sail old, younger boats. 55 pounds. Look at that. She might have taken, Quinn might have, oh no, she didn't take one. Oh, I should have got that tack. That was a good tack. Wow, huge gain for Quinn. Last race, the wind has backed off just a little. The thing to remember, you guys, is sailing in Naples Sabot in about 8 knots is like sailing most boats in 11 or 12 knots. It is a very bow down, sensitive, wants to spin into the wind boat. This is C2's last race. Nettie here, 8959, first day in her new boat. Here's Declan, 9162. Nice little tack to leeward of the fastest kid, the kid who's probably winning the regatta. She's wondering why that guy is not heading up. That was a good move. Now she trims it hard and hikes. That was actually the thing to do. The only problem with starting at the boat end so easily is when you get to B or A fleet, that just only one boat gets that start and everybody else just closes you out. So don't fall in love with that start because it's hard to do once you get to the higher levels. Look at Declan going. Look at Liam. Aiden again. You can't see Aiden. He's to leeward of 9740. Great start. He just said he had the best start of his life, which I think I got on tape. I'm sure this video is pretty erratic because we have to work hard out here. We have some little 8-year-old kids out here with brief sails tipping over, a little bit scared. And you see how she's just holding on. It's amazing, this sport. If you can sail the 4 miles that you sailed today in these old boats with a little tiny piece of wood, then you're doing very well. And if you're under 60 pounds, it's semi-miracle that you can sail this old thing. Course 1, and then they're going home. I think Declan and Quinn are going to round first and second. They should tack now to make the mark. They are going, yeah, Declan's going to round first or second. Yeah. .162 first. 3 fleet, you can see they're all over the place. In most fleets, you'd see them luffing right in that area, but in the C3, they're just kind of sailing along. 18, 17, 16, 15. That's not too bad. Everybody's on starboard. Oh, there's one on port down there. Gotta be careful. That is a pretty good start. Those are 8 and 9-year-olds right there, folks. Navy 10. The girl in 111 from Southwestern is just probably winning. I mean, she has had a great day. Nelius, 1003. Yes, dude. Something happened that last race where I got on him and he wasn't sitting on the rail. And he's decided between races he was going to start sitting on the rail, and it made a big difference. Look at him. Such a cool sport. You're steering right on an edge. Takes a lot of, takes a lot of practice to learn how to steer here and keep this thing moving. Nettie sailing solid. Ooh, she just tacked right on him. C1s, let's see. It looks like Ketsia might be winning another race. made it. Ketsia winning the C3 race. Looks perfect. I don't think she's going to beat 11111 though. But there might have been more than 14 boats, so she might get a move-up point. We'll see. She got a little slow here. Without even looking at her telltales, she got her telltales flying. Oh, that's a bad place to tack, bro. Yeah. Wow. We got smoked in this race, except for Ketsia. We got smoked.